Hello engineers, this is Engineer Vakas Ahmed. In this comprehensive video, I'm going to share with you complete comprehensive tutorial how to understand, how to learn Primavera P6 project planning control from very scratch level. So don't go away, stay till end of this video because it is going to be very important for your engineering job career. So Primavera P6 project planning control full course in 2 to 3 hours video is going to make you really demanding in the construction industry and oil and gas industry. So I assume right now if you are watching this video, you might be civil engineer, electrical engineer working on bridge construction, road, MEP, petrochemical refineries. So with the help of this skill set, you can convert these thoughts, these designs into project execution plans. I mean by that project scheduling. So this is going to play a very important role. But before getting into the details, I would request you people to like this video, subscribe this channel and share this link with your fellows to get benefit out of this video because it is going to play a very important role in your job career. So, who need to learn it? Who are the eligible persons who should watch this video? So, engineers, freshers, site engineers who are struggling in their job career, they are mostly welcome to watch these comprehensive videos. Engineers who want to make their job career change, like you are stuck in the close street, you don't have that much salary increment, so this video is going to play a very important role. Project managers comprehensively, they need to track their projects, then coordinators, project managers, again construction managers, I mean the second time, planners, schedulers, cost controllers, procurement people, site engineers. So all these people need to watch this video to learn Primavera P6. And what is Primavera P6? First of all, I should educate about this software. Primavera P6 is actually a software which is going to implement project management on our construction project. You can see that it is a tool designed to help project planners, managers, and teams effectively schedule, monitor, and control projects of various sizes, especially large or complex ones. It is widely used in construction, infrastructure, oil and gas, manufacturing, and many other industries where detailed planning and resource management are crucial. And Primavera P6 application. As of now, I have already explained either you are a civil engineer, electrical, mechanical, you are working on road projects, building projects, power plants, oil and gas, MEP, pipeline, refineries, you are eligible to use this skill set to learn how to make your project plans, programs, schedules, and all that. So let's move and understand that is Primavera P6 the only thing you need to understand, or we have to make some combination of skill sets to launch our profile as a planner or scheduler in the market. So yes, these are the four major important points. If you consider yourself as a project planning control before jumping into Primavera P6, you need to understand project management. When I say project management, I mean to say time management, cost management, resource management, risk management, quality management, integration management, all those concepts, ideas you should carry, you should understand. And the second most important thing, I know that you might be not working at a same project, like some are already mentioned are working on the building, bridges, roads, petrochemicals. So product knowledge is important, but freshers also can understand these things, don't worry. And then you are going to compile time management data with your foundations, how much work need to do, how much your resources you require, cost. So when you are going to prepare data, you are going to load that data into Primavera P6 as per contract. So these are the major four important skill trades, like you should have project management concepts, then engage those concepts with your building, roads, oil and gas, and load that data into Primavera P6 as per contract, because contract is the thing where you will be given all the instructions that when your project is going to start, when are the payment milestones, contractual milestones, your standards, quality, your schedule submissions, and all that. So these are the important things you need to carry with yourself as a planner. So industry process as well, like I will give you an example. If you are going to work in the Gulf region, you should carry that ADNOC or some other company, what are their best practices, what are their processes. So that's what you need to understand. What is the output? Once a planning engineer going to understand all of these things, different domains, project management, product, Primavera P6, contract, best practices. So by utilizing all of these things, this planning engineer is going to conclude few templates, requirement by client. So all of the stakeholders, organizations, they can work on the single page. They should be on the same grid, right? So what are the outputs? They are going to prepare project schedules. These are the important points which will be mentioned on the job ad, like when you will be applying for a planning engineer or scheduling or project manager, construction manager. The most of the times they are going to highlight this JD. They need a planning engineer, scheduling engineer by having all these qualities. Like this guy should be expert to prepare project schedules, funding requirement. These project schedules should reflect project funding requirement plans, resource requirement plans. Obviously, when you are going to make building construction project, you are most interested that in 1 year, if you are going to segregate that 1 year into 12 months, so every month how much funding you require, how many resources every month you require, every month how much material, what kind of material. So that is how project schedule is going to help all the stakeholders. Okay, so that is why planning engineer job industry, job designation is very important. Actually, it is going to highlight project strategy, right? So again, I would request you people that if you are going to take interest in this job career, it is going to take, like, you have to watch this video till end. It is, your complete job, your life is depending on your job careers, and your job career is depending how much your career is growing with the upcoming year. And I give you guarantee that this planning control is very important and growing job career in every industry, right? So don't go away. Again, I will repeat it. So project strategy, that is the major thing. Then tracking. As a planning engineer, you have to understand how to track your projects, how to compile your progress reports to share with your clients and consultants, and project revisions. If you are not going to meet your requirements, are your targets, are your markups, then you have to revise your project plans. So these are the major job role areas a planning engineer is going to produce. Templates, you can say progress reports, or whatever you can call it, are documentations to aware all the stakeholders to make their strategy on a single common point. What you should know before Primavera P6 usage. I will be sharing with you Primavera P6 over here. And this is actually, a glimpse of a Primavera P6 dashboard. On this, I will be starting to educate you people from very scratch level. Right now, you can see there is an oil and gas project. And here you can see, right now scope, the work you have to carry out on the site area. Here you can see different kind of bars, timeline. This is called actually Gantt chart. On all of this above, you can see this is toolbar menu of Primavera P6. This is Primavera P6 directory, file, edit, view, project, enterprise. So this is Primavera P6 interface. Okay, using this interface, different kind of commands, you can take that data which you have compiled from different kind of documentation, specifically from your project design, bill of quantity, BOQ. You are going to make everything and load that data into Primavera P6. So let's get back to that dashboard to understand things step by step. So what you need to understand, most importantly, whenever as a project planner or scheduler, you are going to join any company, so you are supposed to perform this job role, right? So these are the major things which I'm going to share with you. Project planning control procedures. First of all, you have to consult with your project management team that what are our strategies, what are our assumptions, and how we have to make our project planning and control procedures. Like in this category, I will mention that what are our milestones as long as it concerns with planning, WBS, project, scheduling priorities, and in controlling procedure, what are our major tracking factors. So these are the important things we should know. Then within contract, there is mentioned one thing, our contract type, like it is EPC, DBO, BOT, that how we are going to deliver this project to the client, what are the major milestones, our delivery method. Then contractual milestones, our design phase, when it is going to start, how much time it is going to take, procurement, what are the long lead items, what are the critical impacts of procurement on the construction. So these are the things you need to understand, because if you are not going to understand such kind of data, might be possible knowing Primavera P6 is not going to benefit you that much. So I would request you people again to stay end of this video. So Primavera P6 dashboard tour. Let me take you on Primavera P6 dashboard where I can show you that how it looks like. This is Primavera P6 dashboard where you can see right now there is a separator. We can call it separator, which is actually splitting two screens. There is one window on your right side, which is called bar chart area. And this is showing timeline. Okay, these are the bars, these are the activities with certain columns. I will be getting into the details of everything later on when we are going to compile this project from very scratch level. As long as it concerns with your dashboard understanding, this is your project directory, these are the toolbar menu, and from this you can see that this is file, edit, view, project, enterprise, tools. Every single option, when I'm going to take cursor on that certain option, you can get a drop down window where I can find more options. So all these toolbar things are going to help me to take data from outside from my Excel to Primavera P6 so that we can have all that data and compile a complete project schedule, cash flows, resource requirement plans, and material requirements. So this is actually dashboard. And again, I will be sharing the over here. So how to create a new project file? First of all, you need to understand that whenever you are going to start with Primavera P6, so here already there is a project, but how to get on this spot? This is already developed project. As of now, I can assume this situation that might be possible. A lot of people know about project planning control, but I'm going to make you start understanding from very basic level. So you want to take your data from your BOQ, like I will be sharing that one as well, that initially you will be giving your documents in this format, right? So you can understand things like this. These are the WBS, like contractual or your project planning and tracking documents given by your project management team, look like this. That this is the data you need to incorporate within your Primavera P6, right? So this is your higher level contractual milestones, that you have pipeline construction project in which you have shop work, like the work which you are going to carry out within your company yard area, where your fabrication and welding and everything is going on. Whereas site work area, like this one, right, you can see right now site work. So these are the major WBS. You can take these WBS from your BOQ, and BOQ will be taken from the design. This is the hierarchy of your documentation. But as of now, I just want to focus that you should understand how to use these documents and compile your project. So this is my higher level WBS. I need this WBS to load within my Primavera P6, but for that, I need to create a new project file. So here I am, and I'm going to click, there is a file. This is a step-by-step sequence, right? So file, I have to click on new. Once I'm going to click on new, I will be given a new window. In this window, I have to provide certain information, and I will be developing my project new file. EPS means enterprise project structure. I will be getting on that point as well. This is showing different kind of departments. When we are working in a multinational company is using, organization is using EPS, enterprise project structure, to give permission to different kind of users, right? So if I'm going to click this three dotted area, I will be given like this one, right? So I need to select one of these one, like energy, engineering, textile, anything. I will be getting on this point again, right? This one is selected. Next, project ID. So this project ID, project name, start date, finish date will be coming from your project. This is my Rumetha field project 726. This is my project ID. I will be writing here oil and gas project, right? Oil and gas Rumetha project, like this way. And 6 to 7 to 6 is the ID. A lot of people are going to understand. So the hint is here, this name, this ID will be taken from the contract document. So next, this again will be taken from the contract document, that commencement date of this project is going to be like given there. And let's say this is 10th of March 2025. I'm going to select this one. Finish date I will not be given over, I will not be assigning over here. So next, responsible manager, no need at this moment. And next, no need. Okay, standard rate, keep it as it is. Next, congratulations, you have made a new project file. Click on this finish, and your new file is ready. Now how to open that new file? I'm going to again click on this file, and you can this time open, and you can find many EPS over here, and one by one you can see that. So energy, if you don't remember, you can make find command over here, control F, and RUM726, right? So here we are, and you can find here, open, and this is my project. See, this is new file. So now on this file, I'm going to load my data, right? I have to consider, first thing, we have to load our WBS. So this is my WBS, but in this WBS, you can identify there are different kind of WBS level. This is my first level WBS. This is my first level. This is second level, second level. You can see that second and second, and all other gray areas are third level. So you have to understand that hierarchy, that step by step understanding of linkage. So first, shop work and site work under this project. Okay, so I'm going to share with you people how to open right now WBS. So let me share again that slide so that we can have sequence project OBS. But before WBS, this is important thing, OBS, organizational breakdown structure. Let's, before WBS, we need to understand these basic areas. OBS, your organizational breakdown structure, organogram, the people, the hierarchy, the responsibility of hierarchy, like your CEO. Under that CEO, there are different kind of managers. Under those managers, there are different kind of project coordinators. The OBS represents the hierarchical structure of the project's organization, who is responsible for which part of the project. The OBS is used to associate people with specific project roles, activities, or cost centers, right? And that is how it looks like. Project manager, coordinator, like it is the hierarchy of responsibility. Within Primavera P6, how to find it? I will be clicking on this enterprise. Here you can find, see, I will be sharing OBS, right? Here is. So within this OBS, you can find something like that. So in this OBS, how to customize this window one by one, just click on this add button and you will find this hierarchy activated like this way. Enterprise, then there is OBS, see, manufacturing, and so everything like project manager. Under this project management, project manager or product development, you can create your own hierarchy. Like there is company CEO. Under the CEO there are project managers, and if you want to make their responsibility to be chained upward downward, you can use these shifting arrows. Like this is project manager, like, okay, PM, project manager. I want, this is site manager, right? Site manager. And I want this site manager not at the same level, I want this one under this project manager. I will move like this way, see. And ENC manager, ENC manager, okay. And I will move this one to this side, something like that, see. So that is how you can create your OBS. And once you are done with your OBS, you have to click on this enterprise again. And for that, I will be sharing with you EPS like this way. What is project EPS? So project EPS is actually essential for multi-project environments where program or portfolio managers need visibility into project performance, resource allocation, and progress across various projects. In Primavera P6, we need to develop this structure to give permissions to allocate resources, costs, to make our system connected under some organization, common organization. So Primavera P6 is going to help us organize all these multiple projects. If a company having different location projects but common resources are shared resources. So this structure supports roll-up reporting, enables stakeholders to view summary information at higher levels, or drill down to specific project details. So I will be sharing that one with you people one by one over here. Under enterprises, you can see over here, there is, you can find EPS, enterprise project structure. Same way, you can create your own, like the way we have created a new file. Under that file, we have created, select this energy services as of our domain. So our project will be inside this, folder. Okay, you understand? So you can see under one organization, if we have different nature of projects, electrical, mechanical, manufacturing, production, some factory, textile mill, so we can create different kind of EPS. Okay, by clicking on this add button, you can find over here. So this here you can name of that department, and here is the title or ID. And the specific and the most important thing, that to that certain EPS you can assign the permission to specific OBS. See, this is our responsible manager. I can click, I can give my project manager the responsibility of this one, right? The PM is responsible for all the projects. We can categorize our projects into different kind of EPS. I have all the projects within this energy services. The responsible guy is project manager, or I can assign any other person to be responsible for the reporting and all that, to just make this thing updated in my system, that which one guy or engineer or supervisor is responsible for which division, department, or certain project. So that is how you are going to interconnect EPS and OBS, right? These are the very basic settings you need to understand within Primavera P6, right? So I hope you can understand both of these things. And after that, project window customizations. First of all, I will be taking you on this one. Inside the project enterprises, once you are going to click enterprises, you need to understand these things. You are going to click project, this window will open up, and anywhere you can click, this is your EPS is actually, right? So under energy, you can find your project files. Every file in Primavera P6, you can create multiple projects. And I will be using Control F. Here I have room meta, and I can find here, find next. This is my project. If I'm going to click right over here, see project details, and there is project detail customization window. You can understand one by one when you are going to create your project file. This is very important and essential to understand about that project details journal. Inside this journal, you can find that who is the EPS, OBS guy is responsible for this project, The project status, you can click over here, inactive, plan, what if. These are the various different kind of situations, but we need to understand this is active or planned. Inactive, it means this is sick or dead project, so I'm going to label it. This is our project ID where we have created from the contract, checked in or checked out status. Like, okay, right now project website, you can create one over here. And notebook, the important notes you can provide over here. Budget log, you can provide here the estimated total project cost. Spending plan, as of now I'm not recommending you people to put anything, but yes, when you are going to make your project at different levels within organization, you can put your plans over here. Budget summary, right? Current project, allocated budget, higher level information you can provide over here. The information about cost and all that you can provide over here, but later on. Dates, that when your project is going to start, and this is going to play a very important role when you are supposed to change your project date, start date, right? So you have to change those dates over here, because I recommend you people to check this one as well. Funding, codes, default, resources, settings, these are the important things. Then calculations, okay. Keep it as it is. Most of the times we are going to schedule our project by the default setting. User defined fields, right now we are into the calculations. Activity percent complete based on the activity steps, no. If we are going to take this one, it is going to activate to break down our activities into further. But I know that at this stage you are not familiar with these things, so I'm not going to get into such kind of confusion kind of things. So I will be explaining all of these things later on, which are mostly understandable once we are starting our project planning and scheduling. So as of now, you can understand the basic level things, what you need to do about the information, about the category, about the date, spending plan, budget log, and all those things, right? All other things, keep it as it is by default settings. So this is our project window customization. And after that, creation of project WBS. Project WBS is your project different kind of smaller and more manageable components. Like if I can make you understand by sharing this document over here. See, this was our project, but we have divided our project into smaller components. Like shop work is divided, site work, and then shop work is further divided into this one, piping at yard, this. So this is work breakdown structure, to break down your project into smaller and more manageable components so that we can plan our project in more effective way. So we are supposed to load this data. The first of all, this is called scope management. By scope management, we are actually doing description, loading our project, all the details within Primavera P6 under specific project management standards, and that is scope management. Under scope management, there is a WBS to categorize your project works into different kind of categories. As of now, we are given this template, so we are going to make right click over here, click this add button. This is our shop work, and then we are going to, don't worry if you are any like civil engineer, electrical, mechanical, chemical, this lesson, this understanding is help everybody. I will be including civil works, electrical, mechanical, so don't go away, oh my god, I don't understand these things. But you should understand the process. High earning project planning control things, don't worry, this is going to help you to earn more, to earn more authenticity, as long as it concerns with your project profile growth. More jobs in the Gulf region. It doesn't matter whatever engineer you are, at which stage you are, this is going to help you a lot. So we have categorized our project into further more categories: shop work and site work on the basis of the nature of work. This is inside the yard area within company parentheses, and whereas this is on the site area. So again, we are going to consult the second level is piping at yard, and here the more things. So I'm going to break it down into the further level. So this is actually our WBS level. Whenever we are going to work on this one, you have to understand the hierarchy. There is again the hierarchy, right? Click on this one add button. piping work at yard, piping fabrication, right? Or piping at yard, and site work can be broken down into further things the way I have explained over here. And the piping at yard over here, one by one. Piping at yard, okay? And then further break down piping at yard into piping fabrication, and at the same level, because this is need to understand piping fabrication, and then we have piping instrumentation and support fabrication, support piping instru and support fabrication, okay? And then we will be breaking down the site work, because the second level of site work is over here. I will be sharing how to load this data. Civil works, civil and piping works, are mechanical works and electrical works, because see, I will be sharing and punch list civil and piping works, because both are interconnected at the stages. And then electrical and instrumentation works, E and I, are, you can say, electrical works. And then you have, click on this, you have this one, punch list and all that. I need to revise it. See, punch, point, close out, punch list or close out, okay? So this is your second level WBS. So again, we are going to add other things, like under civil works we are going to add main pipeline, pig launcher, tie-in welding, piping construction, piping, pig launcher receiver, electrical works, installation, pre-commissioning, everything is there. We are going to load all of this one, right? And first we are going to load that data over here, right? And then further we are going to understand what are the activities. So when you are working on WBS, there are certain things. We have loaded all of our WBS by having that document, but there are certain things we need to understand, that how it works in WBS dictionary or in WBS. This is called scope baseline, which we have loaded from our project template, which is given by our client, consultant, or higher ups. So this hierarchy is actually called node format. You can understand that under this project. If I'm going to minimize each and everything, you can see step by step that our project was broken down into shop work, site work. This is our first level. Then hierarchy is going to help us out, that shop work is further broken down into piping and yard, then piping fabrication, then this one. And then further site work is being divided into civil works, electrical, and then punch list or closeout. And further it has been loaded with other things, understand? So when you are working on WBS, you need to understand these are the shifting arrows which can help you out to change the hierarchy, to change the dependency. These all things are showing the detail. When you are here on the oil and gas project, you have only the understanding of project. Shop work, the further two deliverables are going to give you more exposure. So if you want to change that, hierarchy point, you need to use these shifting points. Like if I'm going to use this move left, see, arrow or outward arrow, it is going to take this WBS at the same level of shop work, right? But if I'm going to use again inward, it is going to make hierarchical dependency. So understand, and upward and downward arrow is going to help me out to understand the things, right? At this level, you might be facing one more problem, like this one. Your project is not in parent child logic, so you need to take this into the back, right? Parent child logic. So how to do that one? Just click on this one. Just click one time and again it is activated. It is in the format of parent child, because in the parent child or in the node format, you people can understand in more effective way that what kind of deliverable is actually under what kind of WBS, right? So there are different kind of WBS levels as well. So that is how you are going to maintain your WBS, parent child And there is again, if I'm going to click over here, WBS detail, same like in project details, there is WBS detail. Every WBS is carrying different kind of things, like journal. You can see that who is responsible. Like, see, within project, you can give your OBS. For this shop work, who is responsible? First, and you can create your OBS. Who is responsible for my shop work? So you can create inside the WBS. Now you can take that guy, project manager, shop work manager, and assign over here. Like this site, not this one, like this one. This guy is responsible. Yes. Okay. Shop work and something like that. Notebook, any specific information about this shop work, standards, quality, something like that. Budget log, about the specific about this WBS. Spending plan, budget summary, WBS milestones, any contractual milestone to just make your report more um, uh, good one. So you can add the things over here. Then WPS, any document issued by the client and consultant. So you can earned value. Later on, we are going to understand about earned value management. So how you are going to pursue your project on the basis of activity percent complete or WBS milestones. So not right now, but later on we are going to get into the details of this one, of earned value management as well, right? So these are the basic things which you understand. This is called WBS dictionary as well, right? So once you are going to do all of these things, you can get all WBS showing the way I'm watching right now, right? So you can see the WBS over here. As long as you are going to develop your WBS over here, I can see that my civil work and my electrical work, the fully, my WBS is showing over here, right? My WBS is showing over here. And here I need to understand few basic things over here. So what are those important things? Let me share with you. Now we need to understand loading of activities, but here I will be sharing with you the template of a common WBS or project template. Here you can see that your project level, okay, your project level will be there. Under this project, you are going to break down your project into different kind of WBS. And here again your WBS. It depends, a lot of people are going to ask you that how much. It depends on your project work. So here inside under your project, there are activities. You need to understand this template. Activities, okay. So this is your project higher level. This is your project top level WBS. And you are going to break down your project into further level, then further, then further. And within this WBS, this is going to be called as work package. The lowest level of your WBS is going to be called work package. Under this work package, you are going to define your activities. Actually, within this window, if you I talk about this window, what you have to do, okay, what you have to do will be coming in this window. Like you have to do shop work, you have to do installation, you have to do civil works. So what kind of things will be loaded in this window, and how to do these things, the process, the step of small actions will be loading inside this under the work packages. Now piping fabrication, how to do that piping fabrication step by step, that would be done under this one. You understand what I mean? So how to do that step by step, I'm going to share with you, like as it is given in our Primavera P6 dashboard. We have loaded all of the WBS from this document I'll be sharing. And you can see that within this document we have further explanation, like within this pipe fabrication, there are activities. That is the process, that preparation and fit up of pipe spools, welding, NDT, hydro test, painting. And these are the smaller steps which we need to load into Primavera P6 within our activities window. So step by step, I will be sharing over here one by one. So the first one is preparation and fit up of pipe spools under piping fabrication. So I will make Control C, or I can just memorize it, and I can just click over here and right click, add, and you can see like this one, and Control V, all of that activity will be loaded. So like this way, see, I have to make some width over here, something like that, because there is a, yeah, now it's clear. So now step by step I have to keep on adding activities like this one. You can right top corner, you can see there is a addition button, and like this way, right? So simultaneously you can see, as long as you are adding up activities within your Primavera P6, here you are visualizing right now there are bars development in the bar chart area. And now one by one you are going to develop, add these activities from here. Welding of pipe spools like this one, then NDT. Here I can make welding of pipe spools, right? Welding of pipe spools, NDT. And just make sure that sequence should be there. As long as it concerns how you gonna put these activities, you need to make sure that all of these activities should be following a certain sequence as per their site execution process. So hydro test painting, so I'm going to share here. Furthermore, here there would be a hydro testing. So actually, this is if you are civil engineer, mechanical, electrical, your this understanding of Primavera P6 how to do work as a planning engineer will be same. But if you are working on a foundation as a civil engineer, obviously, then there are different kind of activities you need to add up. So I will be giving that example as well. So hydro testing, and then there will be just wait a moment. Mm, Painting of pipe spools. Okay, so painting of pipe spools would be here. So this is painting of pipe spools. Okay. And then over here, you can see that this is a foundation from the perspective of civil engineers, our main pipeline construction. I'm going to add up these activities as well. This also need to be loaded, but furthermore, I will be loading the things over here. So I will be share this document, which I'm sharing with you people as a planning engineer. You are going to sit with your team, and you are going to, require, you are going to gather the data from designers, as already I have mentioned this one, right? So right now I need to route survey, clearing grubbing, stringing mean transportation of piping, mainline welding, NDT, field joint coating. All these activities you have to add within that one, right? Now this one, pig launcher, receive foundation, layout and marking, leveling, rebar work, steel work, farm work, concrete pour, backfill. So all of these activities you need to add in your WBS under the work packages. Then piping, PLR, pig launcher and receiver, this is for the cleaning of the pipeline. Scaffolding work and all these activities are gathered from the expert judgment from the subject matter expert people who are already working in the field from a long time. So all of these data, either it is electrical installation, you can see you have to take for first, on the first hand you have to prepare that data from the meetings, designers, quantity surveyors, and then prepare such kind of Excel sheets, right? Which are showing very sequential data gathering kind of thing, and then load this data within Primavera P6 like this way, right? So I'm adding all of these things. So now you can see that step by step, I have loaded all of these activities, whatever was given in Excel sheet, my piping fabrication, my piping and instrumentation works, main pipeline construction, then pig launcher, tie-in welding, piping, PLR, platform, then electrical works, commissioning, and all that. All of my scope data has been loaded with WBS. So this is called our scope baseline, our scope management. So we have loaded everything, right? So I will be sharing now the further steps, what we need to do while working on Primavera P6. So here we are. We need to understand now from the perspective of Primavera P6, what are the dashboard types, what are the basic settings we need to look forward to work as a efficient planner and controller, right? So as of now, you can see that within Primavera P6 there are three kind of dashboards you can find over here. Okay, and one, if I can make like this one, this is activity table, right? What does mean by activity table? Only you can see here activities with different kind of columns, right? Whereas if I can switch this one, this is Gantt chart. The combination of activity table and bar chart area with timeline is going to be labeled as Gantt chart. Whereas the third one is activity network diagram. The composition, the structure of this dashboard is actually displaying WBS on your one side, whereas box type diagrams on the other side. So as of now, I would recommend you that each and every dashboard is worthy to use, but for me, for most of the recommended people or planners, they recommend Gantt chart, because on this interface, you can find all of the description written on your left side, whereas the visualization bar charts on the right side with timeline and all that, right? So these are three basic dashboards. While working on these Gantt chart, right, you need to make some certain settings. So I will be sharing that one, the basic dashboard Gantt chart setting. What are these one? There are three important basic settings. For that, you have to click on view, go into columns, and within this one you can make shuffling of your columns. On your this side you can find big repository of your columns, whereas on my right side there are activated columns. Right now you can see if you need any column which is missing, you can take this column from this side to this side. If you need to kick out any column like this one, you need to make it like this way, right? So but I'm not doing that right now, so I will make it close. Okay, and you can also change the sequence right now, right? The second most important thing, again you have to click on view time scale. By this feature, if your bars are not visible, you can make changes, and always select PS project start, and then click on this one apply. Your bars will be visualized over here. And the second most important thing, if you want to change any format, like if I can select over here calendar, and on the quarterly basis apply, you can see that your timeline is now on the basis of quarterly basis, right? Like this one. And again you can approach this time scale by right click on this line area, right? So here I can make it on the monthly basis like this way, and yes, it's done, right? And next important thing, there is one more thing, right, which is bar chart options. Within this bar chart options, you can see that show legend, limited label characters, something like that. And if you want to make something like progress line, you don't want sight lines or something like that. So see, it will make like this one. Now this text is limited. And again, bars is going to give you all the bars which will be shown or displayed on your right side on the bar chart area will be given command from this dashboard. Okay, for now I'm just intended to give you the information that how this is being controlled, right? So that is how it is being done. And the most important thing over here, one most important thing is group and sort by, and that is would be from here under view. And from this option you can find here group and sort by, and this is control panel. You can uncheck it, show group totals, apply, and you can see against every WBS there is no information. Every information against WBS is disappeared. And again group and sort will be approached by this one, and I can change the colors. Really, it is fantastic feature. If I want to change color, and I want make it like this one, this see. Okay, apply, and see, it's not look good, but I will get back to the same color which was the initial one. But I just intended to show you how it is going to help you out. And if I need to make something more, see against WBS you can see some changes. Now WBS room math 726 1.1, all the information which was given in WBS is given. Why? Because within group and sort by I have selected all of these things, right? So I'm okay, I'm happy with name and description. So this is something very important. If you want to disappear all of these things like WBS, and you need only activities, you can make like this. All of these activities are something like that. It's magical, right? Primavera P6 is doing something great in seconds. You can disappear all of the data and you can get back the data in seconds. Like you can select WBS, and WBS format is back as you have developed it already on the planning basis, right? Now we have to see basic settings of Primavera P6 overall, and I will be sharing you a Primavera P6 dashboard. Again, under admin, you can find different kind of options. Under admin preferences, if I can click over here, you can find general. You can find here your first day of week, you can change, and later on we are going to work on Primavera P6 calendar, then you can understand it in good way. All of these things, keep it as it is, right? But one thing, you need to change industry. Either if you are working in engineering and construction, it is good for you. Government aerospace projects, high technology, utilities, oil and gas projects. As per your um, industry, you should go and click one of these ones, right? So that's it. That's the first thing you have to do when you are working on Primavera P6. Again, you have to click on admin, and this time admin categories, and from this one, the last one, unit of measure. Why we need to add all of these things, unit of measures? When you are actually working on a project, you will be given a BOQ, bill of quantity. So that BOQ will be given some units, like everything. Steel work will be measured in tons, excavation will be measured in cubic meter, some works will be measured in, everything quantification will be measured against some certain units. So under this one, we are going to add up the certain units one time within this window, so that later on, while we will be working during the resource management, we can utilize this one to calculate the material quantities and all that, right? So that's the second important thing. And then again, click on the admin and currencies. You are working in America, UK, Canada, or any country, you can select your certain currency. But if your currency is not given there, you can click on this add button and add your own country's currency. Here, currency ID. Here there should be the complete name, the symbol, and the exchange rate if you are interested to calculate the cost against some certain. But in other cases, no need to fill this exchange rate. And that's it. Close this one, and it's done. Currency is done, right? Now the basic setting, as long as it concerns from the enterprises, the calendar setting is the most important one. I'm going to click over here, calendar. And there are three calendars right now: global calendar, resource, and project. Global calendar is the type of calendar which will be applicable for all of the projects. Resource calendar are mostly utilized for the specific activities which are following their resource availability. And project calendar is specialized calendars which are specific to the certain projects. We are going to talk about global calendars. Every time you are going to open this window, click this add button. One same like calendar, by default calendar will be added, something like that. So just click on this one and click modify. You will be given this calendar, something like that. So now, as you have to change the settings, like settings, I mean by that work week, right? So like this way, you can see that your Sunday is on. In the last general settings, you have seen that I have selected this Sunday is the first week day of my week. So you can select like 12, like, as per your project contract it will be given, right? So 12, this is your daily shift, 12 hours, 12 hours, something like that. And you can see it is, everything is shown over here. This is your week pattern planning, right? And if your company is not making turn off this Sunday, they are making, you are working in GCC countries, they are making Sunday, Friday off, Sunday is working day. So you can make like this way. And then your if you can click on this detailed work hours per day, you can make your daily planning, like when your shift is going to start, you can make something like that. So make your 12 hours, then you want to make some break from this one, like non-work, this one non-work, and then work, work, something like that. You can make your plan for the all of the day. And if there are gazetted holidays like Eid, Holi, Diwali, some Independence Days, okay, so there are not given in Primavera P6 by default. So what you need to do, same like in UAE, 2nd December is their Independence Day, so you can make like this one, non-work, so that Primavera P6 automatically calculate it as a off day. If you are working on this day, no need to do like that. So I'm going to close this one. This is the basic setting of Primavera P6. Now, how to assign your calendar? First of all, you can also go into your project and to certain project you can find over here. See, any certain project like something like that, and you can go into the dates, and you can find your journal one by one, what kind of calendar you will be given over here, the things, notebook, budget, the way we have already seen the things over here. Okay, this is start date, funding, codes, default. See over here, see, calendar. So you can provide your calendar, whatever calendar you want to allocate one time over here. And the second time, for the double check, you can add one column over here. The most important thing, something like that. I will make sure how to do this one. Calendar and find. Okay, this one against activity name, apply. So now you can see that I have to choose one time this calendar, something like that. Okay, this is my calendar, and already house building calendar has been assigned to my all of the activities. So first, this is the very time saving trick I'm going to tell you people. So how to do that one, I will be sharing. The first activity will be given manually calendar assignment. All of the activities will be selected by this way. The first activity will be highlighted, and then keep pressing button on your keyboard, and shift button, right? Select and right click, fill down, and you can see that all of the activities have been automatically assigned by the feature of fill down, right? But my WBS are not changed, they are showing the same previous old calendar. So I need to go into file and refresh data. It's changed as well. See, some same on the same page. So that is how it's done for the calendar assignment. Now what I need to do, I have to kick it out, and because I don't need it anymore, something like that, right? So these are the basic settings you have to work on while working on Primavera P6. Now I'll get back to this sliders, and here we are, activity detail customizations. This is very important feature within Primavera P6. So I will be sharing how to understand this one. So this from very first activity, if I can right click over here, and this is activity details. Activity detail is the feature where you can perform all of the tasks like assignment of resources, assignment of different kind of links, logics, cost, and many more amazing things. So here we are having this activity details. There are different kind of features, journal, status, resources, relationship, notebook, summary, and all that. So if you want to customize it, you can make something like that, customize. There are many things which are not shown over here. You can take it as same like from the columns customization, like discussion I want over here, something like that. Discussion is over here, and apply, you can see discussion here, right? So that is how you can customize it. And right now I'm just showing you that every single activity have its own activity IDs, the name. You can make move down and down. If you can go in general, there is a general data about this certain activity. There is a status, there are resources, relationships, notebook, summary, and many more amazing things as well, right? So I'm more interested right now to allocate relationships to my activities one by one. So let's start and understand about, because as a planning engineer, when you are going to schedule after scope management, this is going to be time management, sequence of activities, and development of links among different kind of activities. So assignment, when I'm going to share with you Primavera P6 dashboard, I'm supposed to develop different kind of relationships, like I need to develop logic, I need to develop dependency when my preparation of fit up of pipe spool is going on, then welding, then NDT. I need to mention that which task need to be performed on the basis, and what kind of, if route survey is the first thing I have to do, then clearing and grubbing, then stringing, then see, there is a welding, something like that. I have missing that one. Okay, okay. So I have to assign relationships. So I will be sharing with you people how to understand the first relationship among activities is finish to start. The finish to start relationship in project scheduling means that an activity B cannot begin until the preceding activity A has fully completed. So here the visualizing example, like two activities, one is finishing and then other one is starting. A is going to complete, then B is going to complete start, and this is our link, display by the arrow. A is predecessor, B is successor. Successor is depending on A. Successor is always dependent activity, right? So this is finish to start relationship. In our project scheduling, our construction projects, 80 to 85% relationships are being used finish to start. B cannot be started until A will be finished. The second relationship in our projects, where we can start our works at the same time, something like that. It doesn't matter that they are going to finish at the same time, but they are going to start at the same time. There are many examples. We can link many work packages with each other to start at the same time. You understand? Start to start. And then there is finish to finish. Like we are supposed to finish many tasks together. Like if maintenance is going to be completed, then we need to shut down our generator. If SWAT is going to end up, then we need to end up our prime code. There are many other examples in fabrication and all that. Please write down in the comment area about finish to finish, start to start, and finish to start examples. If you can think like that, right? I will appreciate that one. So I would also appreciate that you should share this valuable learning link with your fellows, and also try to learn, make your schedule to learn it. I know in one single sitting you can't learn it, right? This is only 3 hour based comprehensive video. Apart from it, I am also offering complete comprehensive oil and gas Gulf region based 26-hour based training as well. You can also join that one, but before that, it is going to help you a lot, because in that training I have highlighted many processes which are not possible to cover in these 3 hours, like how to pass job interviews, how to conduct your oil and gas process, Gulf region, ADNOC, Aramco based. There are many things. You can understand the difference between 3 hours and 26 hours and live support. That is gonna matter a lot. So finish to finish relationship, something like that. And these two relationships, start to start and finish to finish, are going to contribute like 10 to 15% in every project. That is the standard one. And that is how, when I'm going to develop my project activities, you can see right now my all activities are something like that. They are showing, they are starting from the same day. But what I need to do, I have to provide the links, the finish to finish, start to start, finish to finish. It will be on the basis of construction strategy. I need to provide the relationships, right? The two important things, the relationships among these activities and the duration. And then I will be having something like that assignment of duration. So right now, my activities are something like that. So I'm going to provide the relationships. Okay. So here I will be making right click, and you can see that first I need to make assignment of activity assignment, right? Assignment of duration. Once I'm done with the relationships and duration assignment, my project schedule will look like this one. This is called, now everything is sorted, that my this work is going to start from this one, this activity having relationship with this one and this one. So Primavera P6 algorithm is going to make sequence of all the activities on the available relationships and durations on the basis of this one. And this is called critical path method. It is going to conclude the critical path method, the longest path in which your project can be completed in possible way. It is going to diagnose the float, non-critical activities as well, right? So these are the two most important things. But relationships will be concluded from construction strategy, from your company strategy. Like there are two important parameters I'm going to share with you people. So now let me perform on Primavera P6 that how to do that one. Duration will be concluded on the basis of resource analysis. Like quantum of work will be given in this activity, right, in the pipe spools. And there is a productivity sheet which will be given by the client or recommended one. So what you need to do, you have to use that productivity sheet. I will help you to understand that concept. Let's say there are 50 pipe spools, and you understand, you there is a productivity that preparation and fitting of one pipe spool is like one pipe spool can be done in, sorry, in 1 hour. Okay, this is productivity, work done in unit time, right? This is called productivity in 1 hour. And then 50 pipe spools can be done in 50 hours, right? Now the total man, these are called total man hours, not total man hours. And there is a crew behind it, there is another philosophy. The total man hours will be converted into the duration, like 50 hours divided by daily shift. Like daily shift is 5 hours or 10 hours, something like that, or 5 hours. If it's 5 hours, then it is going to be like 10 days. Okay, something like that. So 10 days you can put over here like this. So manually you can put, right? So every single thing duration will be calculated in the same way, quantum of work divided by productivity. Or there is another philosophy of man hours, like which will I have explained in my full-fledged comprehensive training. But right now I think as long as it concerns with your Primavera P6 basic learning, you should understand the way I have explained above. And moreover, I just want to announce that if you want this XZR file, just write in the comment area project planning control file, right? Primavera P6 file. My team will connect you and will email you this XZR file. So moving ahead, that is the way you can assign all of these days against your activities. This is called bottom up estimation or 3-point analysis as well. The complete comprehensive evaluation of your project duration calculation on the WBS level, on the project level, on the activity level is well explained in my 26 hours live session trainings with the help of resource crew, with the help of each and everything, right? Now, the second most important thing is the relationship. We have allocated all of the duration. Now we are supposed to allocate our relationships. So I'm over here, I'm opening activity details. Here I have relationship line. I have already mentioned that every activity has a predecessor and every activity has a successor. Like if I give you an example, that welding of pipe spool. Welding of pipe spool have a dependent activity which is depending on the welding of pipe spool, that is NDT. NDT is its successor, whereas preparation and fit up of pipe spool is the activity on which welding of pipe spool is actually depending. So you understand, right? So this activity is predecessor, this activity is successor of this activity, then this activity is successor of this activity, this activity is successor of this activity, so on. So how we are going to start this journey of linking activities with each other? So I will be sharing these things step by step. So this is called relationship window. This is your successor, predecessor, assignment. There is no predecessor at this moment for this top activity. I'm going to click here, and this is our successor activity. I will move on, and the next activity will be automatically considered something like that, that this is either predecessor or this is successor, something like that. Now I have to start from the one end and start only assigning my successors, something like that, right? uh, 1 minute. Assign, and over here NDT, and then again NDT, assign the next activity. So try to write activities in sequential way, right? So assign, so this one, this is the manual way of assigning the relationships. If you want to change a relationship, this is the something you can change the relationship, right? And see, this is, if it's not happening with you people, you are making relationships, it's not showing up there on your board, you can use this one, something like, see, it is something showing the arrows from here. And the second most important thing, if it is not giving you the sequence, you can click on this F9 or this button, go to options and activate this option, schedule automatically when a change affects the dates. So that's why you are not getting the same result which I'm getting right now, right? So that is the way. This is the manual way to link up your activities. So now I need to make relationships automatically. I need to select all of these activities, right click, link activities. And now I need to make automatic. Automatic also a good one. See, something like that. Because I know all of these activities, I'm only linking my activities, something like that. Okay, link activities. So I have completed my relationships. Now I will be explaining one by one. First of all, you have to complete your relationships between among the activities which are already given in a one work package. Then we have to link all these work packages together. Like in piping at yard, you can see piping fabrication and piping instrumentation. So I need to make a logic between these one. If my company is preferred to make all these work together, like this piping fabrication for support, so I need to make preparation and this activity a 1050 and a 1000 uh, to develop relationship, like something you can see over here, start to start. But right now my company strategy is to finish this one, and then I'm going to start fabrication of pipe supports, right? So that is the first thing. Then these pipe supports will be needed when I'm going to, our piping spools will be needed when I'm doing my main line welding. This is something product oriented knowledge, field knowledge, which you can't understand without a proper coaching system. That's what I again help you people to understand these things, that how you are going to implement project planning control with Primavera P6, understanding of product development, oil and gas processes in my 26 hours comprehensive training, in which I'm going to share with you ADNOC Aramco based templates, processes in live sessions, question answers, different kind of projects, oil and gas fabrication projects, civil projects, airport projects, right? So that training is going to make you a professional, is going to give you authority for like 1 year working in the field in pure planning environment, because I'm purely sharing there my 15 years of field experience which I spent in Gulf region while working on multinational company mega projects offshore onshore, and I have trained 3000 plus international students. And you can see my success stories as well, where people are actually tagging me, sharing me that how their job career has been transformed by after having this live session trainings. So there is not only there is, I'm offering EPC planning training, like which is sharing project management implementation on oil and gas projects, whereas maintenance or shutdown management training, delay analysis and claims management, and career coaching as well. So plenty of things out there for you people. So right now I'm explaining that how you people are going to make this one. So this route survey and this activity are going to start from the very first of your project, right? And route survey are interconnected with these activities, right? So you can see that between these main welding lines, I have linked up main welding line with the painting of supports, like, right, like painting of supports will be needed when my main welding line work will be going on, right? So I have connected this activity with my main line welding, right? And then NDT, then so on. Then this is also going on, layout and marking, right? Layout and marking is also going on. I have linked this one, backfilling of this activity. See, when my backfilling, and completely this is actually depending on your company strategy. So these all work packages are linked up on the basis of your construction strategy. And after you are going to link up, you have to click on this F9. And this F9 is going to give you this window. Just this should be your project start date, schedule, And I have already selected that I should simultaneously updated my project schedule, don't worry, right? So I have this one, right? So right now you can see that my critical path method is these lines, red color lines, and this green color lines are non-critical path. But when I'm going to change, like I'm just going to show you one thing. If I'm going to change it, remove this one, you can see how it is going to impact. See, changing relationship or changing duration is going to change something. See, now it is transformed something like that. So something is, that is how you can get changing of critical path method. Now you can see your critical path method is going to show 25, 256 days. But all these relationship within work packages are actually, you can learn from everywhere. You can learn from ChatGPT. You can learn from everywhere within one work package. Like these all relationships, I know that on the site how it will get along, right? But across the WBS, your company strategy, that which time I have to start which kind of work package, what is availability of resources, how I can start this one, this is my construction strategy. That's what I'm actually helping you to learn these things in my 26 hours comprehensive training. But moving forward, what is the next topic after creation of this critical path method? I will be sharing that schedule window and CPM development is done, and the CPM is actually your project major thing which is going to help you within this CPM. Now you have to make that critical path method is actually a project scheduling methodology which is going to give you two perspectives about every activity. On Primavera P6 dashboard you can see green color lines, you can see red color lines. Green color are non-critical activities and red color are critical activities. So if I'm going to add one more column over here like total float, and you can find the more concepts over here, and there is total float against every activity, and you can see that this total float is actually showing the amount of time an activity can be delayed without delaying project duration, right? See, this is total float. This total float is not acceptable range, so I need to change it. So this, my company is going to tell me that when I need to start this one, and where it is I need to, this is ended activity, dangling activity, painting of supports. So when painting of supports, what is the next work is going to start is my main line welding, right? Field joint coating, or yes, something like that. So I'm going to share this one with this one, so it is going to change. See, main line welding, and relationship is start to start, something like that. And it is going to give me scheduling like the way right now. See, and then float is done. So that is how. And stringing, it is actually I can give more days to make it. Clearing and grubbing maybe 12 days, and 20 days, something like that. See, now changing duration and changing relationship is going to change your critical path. This is now more realistic, because stringing the transportation of piping on site area is not, uh, before it was 2 days, it was not possible. So 20 days, it is something realistic. So again, the duration and relationships coming from my company strategy, right? So that is how critical path method. And within this critical path method, you have early start date, early finish, late start, late finish. I'm actually covering all these things with basic ideas. So that is how you are going to develop your critical path method. Float is the most important thing. The float, like this activity having 7 days float. For float, float limit should be there. The float should not exceed 10% of total of your project duration. Like if there is 28 284 days, my float should be 10% of this one, 10 to 20%, 28 to 56 days, not more than that, right? So that is how float is actually always showing against non-critical activities. This is the amount of time I'm delaying an activity without delaying my project duration, right? So this is our CPM. And the most important thing with respect to analysis of this critical path method, I can make my strategy of resource deployment as well. I can make my strategy on the basis of my non-critical activities as well. So now the second step is to create my milestones, contractual milestone, my project start milestone, my project finish milestone, my designing, my fabrication. It is depending on my contract and client preference how they are actually mentioning their milestones on my project contract. So right now, how to create my milestones on the top of my WBS of project, I'm going to add two activities: project start milestone, project start, project finish, and any other one which I want to, just for the sake of example, like main line or something like main line construction. This is land acquisition problem, so I can, right? So project start, I need to change this into the milestone, so I can make right click, so go into general. Here I can change in start milestone. You can witness as soon as I will change it, see what is happening. Project finish milestone, I can change it into the finish milestone. A mainline construction is also starting milestone, and I can change it, right? And this is now going to be interlinked with all the starting activities, project start milestone. So I'm going to make it like over here, assigning preparation. This is, so all the starting my project activities should be linked up with this one, right? uh, and yes, all the other activities as well. Project finish milestone will be linked with my all the activities which are last activities on my critical path method, right? So I will be understanding what are the last activities. See, just wait. This is our demobilization, right? So I'm going to demobilization this one. Okay, so this is how it is showing the very good view of this one. So this is project start, this is project finish. Now my main line construction is actually facing some land acquisition problem. So I can also make link this one with that activity. So this is my main line construction. I can link this one, and I can put this activity on the constraint from the status area. Like if it's starting from 6 April, I can make my assumption and basis. If this is like a mandatory start or something like that, start on or after. If I'm going to change the date of this one, everything about that main line construction will be changed. Something like there are constraints means with respect to time, if I need to start something on the certain day, after that date, after before that date, or mandatory. There are two types of constraints: mandatory start. So if I need to make it like from 28th of April, so it's going to see 28th of April, and it is also going to change the main construction line from 28th of April. So that is how it's going to work. So these are the usages of creation of milestones, and how to understand in more depth, I will be sharing with you people. Milestones are actually activities with zero durations. You can witness over here all the activities which I label as milestones are having zero duration, right? This is project start milestone is actually showing you zero. No, it's total float. I'm sorry for that. This is zero, zero, and zero, something like that. You understand? So milestones are the activities which are having zero duration. These are the flags. And in contractual terms, you can see progress tracking. Higher up, senior management or government authorities are looking forward to allocate milestones on your project schedules to track progress on the higher level or deliverable level. Whereas by comparing planned milestones completion dates with actual dates, you can determine if the project is advancing as expected. Project phases, transitions, you can have design, procurement, construction. Again, I will be helping you. This is the simple project I'm sharing with you in this comprehensive 3 hours video. But in my 26 hours comprehensive video, I'm sharing with you complete design, procurement, construction, EPC model, EPCM model, EPCIM model, in which I'm going to share the process of designing, how to track designing, how to track procurement, what are the ROC, rule of credit, what are the, most comprehensive, right? So actually, I can see here design procurement. That's why I thought that I should share this thing with you people. So now we are going to study about resource development and allocation, which is gonna be a very important section when you are going to think about project planning and control. By resources, it means that there are the workforce which is going to execute your task. Like if I will be sharing your Primavera P6 dashboard, we have already mentioned here preparation, fit ups, welding, entity. So we need people, we need machinery, we need material to complete these tasks. So over here, how to open up that window? So I'm going to click over here enterprise. Under this you can find resources. Once I'm going to click resources, you will be given a new window. So this window is going to serve as to add all the resources which you have already identified to add or assign to your activities, and make estimation about resources, because this estimation about resources against your task, against the work quantum, is going to make your project schedule in the more detailed way, is going to authenticate your project critical path method. As of now, you can see we have already established a project duration about 1 year, 365 days, and every activity has its own duration. The strategy is being shown over here, green color lines, red color lines. Against these durations, we have already estimated behind the scenes that these durations has been assigned on the basis of productivity. So how to do that, I will be sharing with you people, that how to make this resource development. First of all, you have to open this window, resources, and further on you have to click on this add button. Once you are going to activate this OK button, you will be finding many resources in this window, right? So under one single, like over here, the way I have minimized it, just create your project name. Under this project name, you have to create 3M resources. 3M resources, I will be sharing with you the same thing. See, I have already created. Just to save the time, I will be repeating just to make you visualize that how to do it. But here you can see in the comprehensive way. Under this project, you can see I have 3M resources: material, machinery, manpower. And my company is going to provide me the subject matter experts, organizational process assets will be providing me all the available resources. But here in Primavera P6, I have to categorize them. Under material, I have to categorize one by one: concrete, the category, the steel, machinery, I have to categorize, and manpower. And same way, I will be sharing the supporting documents which are going to help you, that from where you have to pick all these resources. Such kind of templates are going to help you a lot. So I will be sharing with you something like that. Okay, you can see that your company is providing your client or benchmarking documents, like commissioning, how many people are going to work on that one, right? Your grouting and sandblasting, concrete works, and so on. Your civil, electrical, mechanical, every crew or resource identification is already established. So that these sheets are going to help you. You can make tailoring, or you can shortlist that how much work you have to do. I will giving the example that within this project on Primavera P6, I have vast list of resource activities, right? So I have to see that, okay, against these activities, what kind of resources I need. I can go on that sheet and I can identify. The first task, I need to understand how to extract my resources, like scaffolding. So I need to understand this sheet, and I have to find that where are the scaffolding works. If I can go down, you can find here, like this is fabrication erection, and you can find here scaffolding as well, right? As per see over here, erection of weight. And if I can go like this one, right, you can find over here. This is very comprehensive sheet. And you can go down fabrication scaffolding, or I can make control F, scaffolding. It's not like, but yes, there are given, this is kind of very comprehensive sheet. So the way all the resources given here, see, this is scaffolder, rigger, helper, foreman, fitter, something like erection of piping needs scaffolding, so scaffolder is there, something like that you can. So identification is resources coming through such kind of templates. Now you have to convert your quantum of work into resources. I have already explained that one, right? But here you need to make connection between these durations, between resource deployment, right? How to do that one? I will be sharing the very first activity of this project that I have already developed the resources. Just for the sake of simplicity, I have developed only three resources: labor, non-labor, and skilled labor. So if you can see over here, just give me a moment. There are, you can see R717. If I can make like this one, R717, R718. Okay, just wait. Yes, these are three major resources which I'm going to deploy on my this project, right? R717, R718, R716. So you have to create, just you can see that if I want to create any resource, I have to click on this add button, and I have to use these shifting arrows to align these resources. I have to add the name over here. This would be unique. Then here I can add to convert it into the material, machinery, whatever. I will be given three options. Then unit of measure column is going to play an important role for material resources. Then there is resource detail as well. Here in unit and prices, I can put the, money, that how much per hour or per cubic meter or per liter or per kg or per ton I'm going to charge about that. So in this project, I'm going to take only these three resources. Labor is representing my all manpower, helper kind of things. Skilled labor is going to represent all of my skilled labors, and non-labor is going to represent my machinery. So R17, R718, R716, these are my comprehensive and specific resources. I will go into the activities. I will get into the first activity, activity details, and here I'm going to add resources like add labor, skilled labor, and non-labor, right? So right now I need to understand that I am sure that I have to complete this project activity, preparation fit up of pipe spools, in specific 5 days, because all of this project is sorted manually. We have given all the durations because I have to complete this project in 365 days. So every activity has been sorted with respect to duration estimation. So now time duration is fixed. My this plan is time driven, right? So I have to arrange my resources, whatever the quantum of work is there. I know that I have to calculate these total man hours on the basis of my productivity. These productivity sheets are going to help me out. I will share another sheet with you people, and this is going to help you out that how these productivity sheets along with these crew composition is going to help me out. So see this fabrication 1 ton, and you can see that this erection and over here mechanical, something like that. This fabrication of 1 ton can be done in 90 man hours, 60 man hours, 80. The concept is that one specific unit of that work, the man hour definition is, it is the standard or yardstick to measure that how much time it will require to complete unit work of that specific activity. So 1 ton will be done in 90 hours. And fabrication of grating for 47 kg per square meter will be done 1 ton in 250 hours. So that is how we are going to calculate our total man hours. In this specific situation, you can see that our work is preparation, a fit up, and let's say our work is, spools like 100 spools, and we can do one spool in 1 hour. So total we need to execute 100 hours. So we need to add 100, we need to utilize those 100 hours in 5 days. Understand? So every day we have to utilize 20 hours. Like if 20 hours for this one, non-labor is only 10 hours because only one machinery is required, and skilled also 10, right? So that is how we are going to define that how many hours we require to utilize per day. So this is the maximum thing, 100. These are non-labor partially being used, sometime we need it. And skilled labor is also like something like fabricator is there, so lesser than the helper kind of resources. So that is how you are going to manage your per day effort. This is your total man hours which you are going to utilize in these five. So 20 is going to multiply 5 is going to give you 100, right? So that is the equation gonna work. So accordingly, cost is here because we have already fixed cost over here under these resources. You can find here under this one, labor is being given $10 per hour and all that. So that is how this cost has been allocated. This is most detailed project schedule in which you can see resource deployment and cost allocation is being given at the same time. And now we can see this is the most justifiable project schedule in which your cost is attached with total man hours. Your total man hours are attached with your duration, and your duration on the basis of your links is going to define your critical path method. So that is called your resource management, cost management, and time management, which is going parallel to each other. If I'm going to change any one of these factors, it is going to impact on the other thing. Let me share with you the things over here. See, like if I'm going to change like this one 120, it is going to enhance my cost, it is going to enhance per hour, per day effort as well. So that is what make my project schedule most synchronized. It is going to give me more visualized way that how to proceed with our project. So same way we have defined all of our project activities with the resources, and you can see over here something like that. Understand how to do our cost management, man hours allocation, and resource deployment at the same time. And there are many other things as well, but at this time I'm just giving you an exposure, because within resources you have to understand over allocation, you have to understand resource leveling, you have to understand cost management, capex, opex, direct, indirect cost. Then there are equations involved, there are many other features, right? Again, I will let you know that if you will take my comprehensive training, then I'm going to deliver you how companies are going to utilize these things. So don't forget to take part in my full training. So when we are going to assign all of these resources with these man hours, cost, there is one more thing we need to understand: to add columns for relevant cost breakdown structure. So here I'm going to tell you that within this column under this tab cost, you can see that budgeted labor cost and budgeted non-labor cost, because we have already assigned the cost about under these categories only. Okay, so I'm going to add budgeted labor, budgeted non-labor, and you can see that how it is going to show your cost oriented things. You are going to break down your cost in material. I have not considered, if you have already given material cost as well, you can add that one, budgeted total cost as well, like the way I will be adding one more column from here, budgeted total cost. See, this is your project cost breakdown structure. See, this is your against each every activity. You can see over here, this is your total project cost, and the shop work total cost, this one, which is split it into this one and then this one. This both categories are going to give you this one. So at every level the cost is being splitted in a very very understandable way. So this is your project total cost split, this is your project shop, even every activity is showing. So this is going to be very amazing template for you people, right? Up to here we were supposed to allocate our resources, understanding different kind of things, man hours, productivity, the concepts, duration types, like the things we have already explained. Because I'm not going into the detail, because it is not possible to explain all of these things in 1 3 hour sitting. So that's what you can understand, you can learn in my full 26 hours based training. So now, after deployment of all these man hours, cost, data, now you are going to enjoy the further The things which are coming ahead are most joyful. Why? Because there I'm going to explain you people that how you have to visualize this data in terms of your different kind of graphical representations, which is called S curve. Now, what are the S curves? We can also call it cash flow progress curves, which look like this one. But why we call these curves as S curves? Because they look like S. This is project planning control philosophy. Whenever any project is going to start, it is very understandable that very few activities are gonna start, and at the start of every project within first 2 months we need to spend very little amount, very less man hours we require to utilize, very less crews are going to work on site area. But once there are different kind of things are prepared, we are going to start at a time structural works, mechanical works, piping works, procurement is done, and we are going to install the thing. So that time we need to make steep requirement of cash or progress, and at the end again everything is going to flat. So that is how it looks like S curve. Here it is flat, this is y axis, this is x axis, this is time, this is value or percentage. So here up to this you require only cash flow of 20%. Up to here you require cash flow of 80%. At the end again you require 20%. So a lot of job interviews are going to ask you why we call it S curve, right? So S curve, there are different names, cash flows. It is going to help you to understand your project pattern, how your money is going out of your pocket across the months of your project timeline. If it looks like this one, something like that, if it looks like this one, it means this is front loaded because it is going to get all of money at all of a sudden at the start of your project. This is actually your project strategy, you understand. And if it looks like this one, something like this is backloaded, there are different, this all depends on your CPM, all depends on your critical path method, you understand. So that is, you need to understand S curves, cash flow, what is the data have been taken to conclude this histogram or S curve will be monitored during your project tracking. So I will be sharing Primavera P6 dashboard, and I will help you people how to activate your S curves in Primavera P6 once you are going to allocate resources, man hours, and cost. Again, I'm going to repeat it. My 26 hours based live training is going to make you most, kind of expert, and you are going to enjoy that one because live sessions are amazing. So here, you can see I have to go into view, show on bottom, and activity usage profile. And here you can see that this blue color bar is going to help me out. Wow. This is going to help me out to understand that how my project is going to, steep, right? Very smooth. This steepness is going to help me out to understand that how cash is going to be consumed across the different months of this project timeline, right? And I can make more customization over here. If I can right click activity usage profile, yes, this is data, this is graph. By the help of graph, I can change different kind of features, outlook, background color, this line color, something like that. But I'm more interested to help you people to understand that how to see. Right now my data is being shown under the category of cost. I can switch into the units as well. Within unit I can only show at a time labor. Like if I can see, this is labor. If I can make like this is showing me at this time for the non-labor, the utilization of my non-labor or machinery over my project timeline. And if I can make over here cost, I can also make combination or separate things like this way. Non-labor, like this way. I can change the color. I can make it something like red. Okay. And uncheck it, uncheck, apply. See? So this is the exposure of S curves. S curves are going to show you that your strategy, your CPM development, and how you have decided that your $1 million project, $1 billion project, how that 1 billion will be planned to spend over the timeline, right? So that is how S curve or progress, in terms of progress, how you require to progress your project over the different kind of timeline periods of your project, right? So that is how you can customize. There are baseline, budget, actual. When you are going to track, you can make activate this one. And this is your critical paths method evaluation. If you are going to make something like this, I can, these are histograms, these are S curves, and these are showing as per my CPM that how, if I am going to proceed with my project all activities without float consumption, my, this pink color line will be the cash flow. If I'm going to prefer to consume my float as per my strategy, my late dates will be shown in my brownish color, the lower one. Because CPM, in my comprehensive training, I have gone through the complete thing, understanding of critical path method, what are the different kind of factors you need to understand, the combinations, the terminologies, the definition, the strategy, how to customize that one as well. So these are the two strategies which will get along. Float is always there, right? So that is how you can customize it. This is earned value management. Once you are going to implement earned value management, that's going to help you a lot. Okay, so I'm going to close it. This is one thing. And the second most important thing over here is show on bottom activity usage spreadsheet. This spreadsheet is going to help you a lot. In my previous window, you have visualized things in terms of graphs. Same like in cricket match. If you are fond of watching cricket, you can see that if two teams are going to play with each other, there are graphs, same like S curves. You are going to see those graphs and you can visualize which team was better at what point. So comparison analysis. Same over here. In this sheet, you are going to play with stats data. Like you can see that here, I can right click spreadsheet fields. Here, cumulative values, time interval values. Within cumulative values, I have been given cost, earned value, finance, units. Within time interval, same things. Actually, your cumulative values are being used to develop your S curves. These are the values for histograms, right? So you can something like that, and you can get things, and you can, like right now, budget total cost, I need only this one. You can see something like that. So that is how you can. And one more advantage of this spreadsheet, you can take this spreadsheet, copy paste into Excel, and you can customize your S curves, your histograms, your different kind of project tracking templates on Excel. That's again, I will let you know that in my comprehensive training, you are going to learn and you are going to enjoy that one if you want to become an expert level Gulf region based project planning engineer, right? So these are the spreadsheets. Again, view on, show on bottom, activity usage spreadsheet, resource usage spreadsheet, something like that. These are the resources, labor. So labor cost, again, spreadsheet field. If I want to see budgeted units, there, something like that, right? And filter by current project resources. Skilled labor, something like that. Non-labor, something like that, right? And again, view and show on bottom, and their S curves show like this one. Every single resource you can see, skilled labor, labor, and non-labor. You understand? So actually, one by one, you can visualize your resource utilization. It is going to help you. It is going to give you visualization of your project strategy, what you have planned. It's not like that you are talking in the air. You have logic, you have grounds, right? So that is how your deployment of resources, your allocation of man hours, your material, everything you are going to assign on activity level, those things will be visualized in terms of spreadsheet data, in terms of your S curves and histograms, right? That is the visualization, and that is going to be part of your upcoming project reporting as well, to make understand all of your team members that how we have to proceed to gain our common mutual benefits and goals. So this is ultimate thing for project planning engineer to develop. So this is the creation of S curves and spreadsheets as well. And now the point is submission and approvals. Once your project is done, you started from project scope, you were supposed to make your project WBS level, right? You were adding your activities, you were adding up all the dependencies, finish to start, start to start. You were talking to your team members that what is our strategy, what is the construction methodology. You are, on the basis of your available resources, you are supposed to evaluate productivity, man hours, all these things you have done, and you incorporated that data into Primavera P6. Now your project has been ready and all that, right? And now the second part is submission and approvals. To whom you are going to submit it? On the capacity, best capacity of contractor, as a planning engineer, you are going to submit to the consultant and client. What is the procedure? So the procedure is to prepare, if you are taking this from the perspective of Gulf region, this is going to be called as planning package. Within that planning package, you need to prepare a correspondence letter. What it looks like, this is a letter a planning engineer is going to write on the basis of contractual milestones, mentioning all the clauses, obligations under clause 8.3. You were supposed to submit this project schedule. So yes, I'm going to do that one, in which I have already taken care about all the things mentioned in the contract, and I'm going to submit. If there is anything after review you need to change, you can get back to me and you can instruct me. This is something you are going to convey to the consultant and clients. So this is the correspondence letter importance. Then narrative report. You can see that in our project schedule there is a language of relationships, cost, time, and graphs. But if you want to explain anything in words, you need to make one report which is called narrative report. So I'm going to share with you that narrative report with you people, so that you can have understanding of that one as well, right? So here we can see that there is a narrative report. You can see that here we can mention that table of content, like what we are going to describe in this report, because this report is going to give you the backend data, like what is the project sponsors names, project different stakeholders, project name, project budget, project start date, finish date, currency, then your logistic plans, right? You are going to write assumption and basis, your available resource availability, right? Each and everything, your program data, your project calendar, why you are going to turn off this 2nd of December, these are the gazetted holidays. So you are going to provide these assumptions, these Primavera P6 scheduling windows screenshot, so that they can understand that how did you compile this project schedule, what were the logics behind it. So okay, so this is the narrative report. So that is going to be part of your planning package. Then project schedule in PDF, right? This project schedule will be converted into PDF. It's very easy. You can go into file, make print preview, page setup. Then there's a very easy way, make control P, and it will be converted into PDF. But before that, you have to take care that what dimensions you require. Is the data is in correct sequence? Everything is visible or not? Gantt chart is visible? Is there anything missing? So rectify that one. It's very easy. And then S curves. So you have to again customize your data in Excel. Either you can take PDF from your this Primavera P6. Then splitting of S curves. I have shown you overall project S curve. You can split it into design phase S curves, procurement phase S curves, within as construction phase S curves, civil works S curves, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, then labor resources S curves, material commodity S curves. So there are many ways. Again, I will let you know, people, that in my comprehensive training, you are going to learn activity codes, cost accounts, resource codes, which you can utilize, and you can split your S curves for different kind of work packages. So these are going to be part of look ahead plans. My This project is going to be comprised of 1 year project schedule. So look ahead plan mean that when I'm going to make work for 1 month, I have to conduct meetings. I have to tell all my site people, procurement, designing, my all people around me who are going to be part of this team. I have to tell them that next 10 days how I have to conduct my strategy. So that 1 week, 10 days, or 1 month focused planning schedule would be called as look ahead plan. So there are filters we are going to utilize within Primavera P6. As per the contract, we are going to use this filter option. We are going to identify some parameters, and then we are going to define that how we can develop our project look ahead plans as well, right? There are assumption and basis, like if there is a road construction project, we have to mention land acquisition probabilities, and a pipeline construction project, weather assumptions and all that. So these things should be taken into account for the best faith of project, right? So these are the assumption and basis. Then the next part, once it's done, you are supposed to save this document as a baseline. Why? Because our next step is to track our project. In tracking, it is very understandable thing that maybe I have planned this activity on 11th of April, but I'm not in the situation start this activity, sorry, 6th of April. So I'm not in the situation to start this activity from the same date. Maybe there is a rainy season, maybe this activity will be disturbed, it will be starting from 15th of May, maybe this is a critical activity, it is going to start from 12th of May. So I'm supposed to save this document as it is for the information of Primavera P6. And later on, when I'm going to track this project, when I'm going to make amendments within this document, so that I can backtrack what was planned. So that would be saved in my baseline and tracking document, both going parallel with each other. And I can make variance analysis. How it to do this one, I'm going to share. So I'm going to click project, maintain baseline, click on this add button, save a copy, the top one. Okay. This one is added. Primary baseline. You can rename it just for the sake of best understanding. Close this one. Done. The second step, assignment baseline, and this is like this way. See, assign like this way on both places. Okay. And now I'm going to tell you if you are going to change anything, like if you are going to change here 30, 25, something like that, you can see what's going to happen. See, it's going to change each and everything. It is going to tell you. So the graphs, bars underneath this red color line are showing baseline. The bars which are above this baseline are tracking, are execution phase oriented works. So you can see that how it is showing your dynamic change. You are not supposed to change anything without any consent or not. Anything you want to change in terms of time, cost, scope, you need to take change management approval. You have to go through that process, right? So that is the importance of your assignment of baseline. Again, I will get back to the same original position, and now I'm going to share with you, after assignment of baseline, your project tracking is going to start. Within this project tracking phase, this is actually project monitoring and control phase, which is going to start as long as execution is going to start on the weekly basis. So within this project tracking, you need to understand one more thing, that you are going to develop different kind of templates, which you have to hand over to the site people. They are going to document each and everything on the daily basis, that how much excavation has been done, how much welding has been done, how much work has been done today. So on the daily basis, they are going to send back to you, and you are going to take that data, you are going to compile, update Primavera P6, and then develop progress reports on the weekly basis and on the monthly basis. It depends on your project contractual values, which client has already mentioned, right? And within tracking phase, you have to consider that what are the priorities, like physical percent complete. You have to make your project progress tracking physical percent complete, duration percent complete, or on the basis of man hours tracking, right? And then there are many other bases as well, which I have explained in my comprehensive training, which is not possible in one single. So project tracking, progress reports, there are different kind of trend analysis, earned value management analysis, your site report status, your material consumption, your quantity based site progress. So all these things you need to understand. And then there are many other things like earned value management. So I will be sharing earned value management is going to help you a lot when you talk about your project tracking. You want to track your project in a certain way, then you need to see here. I'm going to share with you daily progress reports. That is how you are going to monitor your daily progress reports on the basis of your weightages, all these things. And then again, I'm going to share with you over here. These are the different kind of templates, right? These are your Excel based. You are going to export your project from Primavera P6 to Excel. You can develop weightages, and then you are going to make S curves over here. S curves, which I told you for the planning package, is only for the engineering designing phase. This is only for the procurement phase. This is only for the construction phase. You can take data from spreadsheet, copy paste in Excel, or develop your data from Excel, and you can see that how to do that one, right? So these are the important documents you need to develop, right? And as long as we concern about earned value management specific reporting, you can see that earned value management is going to deal with specific values of planned value, actual cost, and earned value. Planned value is actually belonging to the planning phase, right? Actual cost is the actual cost has been incurred to do that work. Earned value is actually the schedule percent complete, how much you have work done, right? So these are the three important parameters which are being used to calculate different kind of parameters for this cost variance, cost performance index, schedule variance, and schedule performance index. These are the templates. Within Primavera P6, you can also switch. I will be showing you that one as well. But here you can see on the basis of data collection from site area, you are going to develop your progress reports, and you are going to calculate all of these things. There are very simple formulas, but here you can see that this is earned value. This is the simple template, but in Primavera P6, you can develop it automatically report, and how it is going to show you that how this is earned value management. This is planned value, the baseline. This green color line is showing your work done, and red color line is showing your actual cost consumption. So these are going to give you 1 minute visualization and 100% understanding of your project status. Basically, your earned value management is going to calculate your project status, right? So this is very important technique, which is very important for project planning engineers. So that is what you need to grip on as a planning engineer. And then project templates, like different kind of reporting templates, like I have already mentioned, your daily progress reports, weekly progress reports, your resources, your earned value management, all of these things, your costing kind of things, how you are going to report costing, how you are going to make them in your documents and all that. So your crew, your everything, right? So these are going to be very important for your project. And then recovery schedule. Once you are in the tracking phase, it happens you are not going to meet your targets. You were supposed to deliver your project in 1 year, but on the basis of your project, let me show you that. If I can see, switch this template into view, layout, open layout, yes, under earned value management analysis, you can see that over here, and apply. And this is my PMS. This is my project management tracking dashboard. So here I have opened another project in which I have updated my progress, and you can see that this is my PMS on Primavera P6. PMS mean project measurement system. Here I have allocated my controlling procedures, earned value management. Here you can see that this is my performance percent complete, like earned value. This is planned value. This is actual cost. This is SPI, CPI, SV, CV, and it is going to show me that 0.80. These are the parameters I need to understand from trend analysis, that if my value is bigger than 1, lesser than 1, in positive, in negative, how my project's status need to be interpreted in front of my stakeholders for the sake of my project management understanding. I'm going good, I'm going bad, behind the schedule, ahead the schedule, cost saving, cost over budgeting, like I'm losing the money, something like that. That's how earned value management is going to prepare your reports as per the perspective of your time and cost, right? So this is my PMS on Primavera P6. And that is also possible on your project. Here you can also make your Excel oriented PMS as well. So let me share with you people that how it looks like over here. Construction, this is your PMS on your Excel report. This is procurement register, this is subcontractor register. So these all the important things as per the Gulf region. They also need you to be expert on Primavera P6 as well as on Excel PMS as well, right? So these are the things. Again, I will invite you people to enroll in my comprehensive training, where I'm going to spend live session trainings, and I'm going to deliver you that how companies are going to work as per Gulf region. This 3 hours sitting is going to help you a lot. I know that it is going to give you a understanding of project planning control at very basic level, right? But when you are going to participate in my comprehensive training, you will be feeling like, yes, i have I was not in that training, I was working in some organization, because myself, I have spent 15 years in this field, in Gulf region, in Saudi Arabia, in Abu Dhabi, oil and gas, onshore, offshore projects. And somehow I was also in my later part of my career, around Corona, I was also appointed as a trainer to, teach my, company fellows, juniors, and all that. So these things are very rare. You can find in the market, like oil and gas project, construction industry projects, then learning full things. Then your ability will be polished when you are going to work with me, because I'm going to convey you many ideas. I can motivate you that how you have to enhance your productivity as an engineer, as a planning engineer. So all these things I'm going to help you in that. Okay, so recovery schedule, when you are not going to meet your plans. Okay, plans means I'm supposed to complete this project schedule within 1 year, but now 6 months are gone, but half time, 50% time duration has gone. So I'm supposed to deliver, like on the basis of my strategy, somehow from 40 to 50%, right? But I'm on 25%. I'm very behind of my schedule. So now what I need to do, I have to catch up the plan. I have to make recover. Like that is called recovery schedule. So I will be explaining that in the detail, because this is the complete, maybe itself recovery schedule will take 2 to 3 hours, right? To convey the idea. The tracking is 2 to 3 hours topic, right? Earned value management is 2 to 3 hours topic. Understand? But I think you can understand that how in tracking recovery schedule will be done, that why we need it. We need statistical data, we need progress reports, we need risk management data, we need the responsible remarks that why we get behind. Okay, we need to develop the logic, we need to play with global change, we need to play with out of sequence activities, right? And delay analysis and claims management. Recovery schedule is something when you are optimistic, like you are positive that you can even make your project completion within 1 year, right? 6 months are gone, but progress is not up to that level. But now in this next 6 months you can achieve 75% by fast tracking, by scheduling. That is called your recovery schedule. In recovery schedule, you are not going to disturb your completion date, but revise schedule. Your project timeline is gone, 1 year is gone. Your project, now your client is looking that you need to suggest or present a report that how much extra time you require to complete this work after this 1 year, right? So there are many methodologies, like this is called delay analysis and claims management, in which you are going to talk about from the perspective of time and claims. So there are windows analysis, there is time impact analysis, there is impacted as planned analysis, there are as planned as collapse analysis, in which you are going to make forensic schedule analysis and many things involved. This is most advanced level planning, and I'm also offering this course as a separate course, you people, so that you can become a senior level planning engineer. And then success stories. It's going to be 6 years that I have been coaching people, and the 3,000 plus people internationally I have trained. And you can see my success stories here. Take your 1 minute to see these success stories. In these messages, you can find that people have got jobs in ADNOC, Aramco, in multinational companies. There are many success stories on my YouTube channel where people have expressed their gratitude, where people have expressed their, feelings that how did this course and my coaching help them to find a multinational company jobs, right? So these things are the proofs. And then I always recommend that you should go for the advanced level planning techniques and then project management processes. And then in my course, product development, either you are working on a building construction project, petrochemical industry, pipeline, you are mechanical engineer, electrical, chemical, industrial, civil, whatever engineer you are working on different kind of product. This course is best for you because As a planning coach, I personally believe that only working in civil, electrical, mechanical, like separately, if you have closed your mind, no, you have to make master of all these things, right? You should know civil, mechanical, electrical to make all rounder kind of planning engineer, right? That's available in my course, in which I'm going to conduct as a case study, like my oil and gas project, right? So these things are going to help you. And then Primavera P6, and then contract. These all things are going to make you a good planning engineer. If you think learning Primavera P6 is going to make you planning engineer, this is a big mistake. In my comprehensive training, I am going to help you to understand all of these things step by step, PMP based concepts as well. And then ADNOC Aramco based processes. My all this course is designed on the basis of my understanding of field projects. That how the companies in Gulf region are conducting these planning processes and all that, right? And I'm going to explain you people EPC and EPCM models, engineering procurement and management models, that how projects will be executed on these models. And then plant shutdown best learning. I'm also offering this course the people who are already in maintenance shutdown management. I have separate course for those people as well, for Primavera P6, and I'm explaining the same way. There is my second video as well for shutdown management. You can click the link and you can find that one as productive as this is, right? And then job hunting techniques. I personally believe that if you want to pursue a good job career in Gulf region, then you should learn a skill. But only learning a skill is nothing. Why? Because if you are learning a skill and you are not going to market it, it's waste, it's useless. So in my this training, I am going to utilize my 15 years of field experience, in which I have find many jobs for myself in Gulf region. I'm going to help you how to utilize your LinkedIn profile, your ATS CV, your communication skills, your chat GPT skills, and your networking skills on LinkedIn are going to make it happen for you. Learning skills and your marketing for your job hunting is going to help you a lot. So I hope this video has helped you a lot, and this is a strong message for all of those peoples who are really ready to learn project planning control and transformation of their job career. My name is Engineer Vikas Ahmed. Don't forget it. And if you want to join my live session, like as a free of cost, I also offer webinars. In my this video details, you can find there one link through which you can contact with me and you can enroll in that webinar. After that webinar, you can find my enrollment sessions like paid session as well. Thank you very much.